Hi, Granby. My name is Rick Beaulieu, and I'm running for a seat on the Select Board. I've been a lifelong resident of Granby. I've graduated from the high school back in '75, believe it or not, and I graduated from a local college in '78. I've always been in public service, and I started off in the town of Granby for public service with the Granby Police Department. I was hired as an auxiliary, and then worked my way up until a part-time officer. And that was in the late 80s, early 90s. And then '93, I got hired by the Trial Court of Massachusetts Security Department. And I've been working at the trial court ever since. I've been serving in the town as a public service on the zoning board and on the zoning board of appeals and the personnel board. So it gives me a little insight into the workings of the back workings of the government in Granby. I'm running for selectman because I have a strong sense of public service, giving back to the community, and I want to continue that. I'm coming to the end of my career at the trial court, and I'll have plenty of time to help out. I believe in I can give some fresh insight in the way things are going in the local government. I can hit the ground running, and I'm here for the people of Granby. I'm not a politician, except for now. It's my first foray into it, and I want to help everybody. You know, not just all the businessmen or the lack of businessmen. I want to help them out too, obviously, but I want to hear the people of Granby's voices that normally aren't heard. And I think that's important, that we should step up and talk to all the people, not just all the time the ones who come to the town meeting. That's it. Some of the issues I want to deal with, we can get going in the questions. Thank you, and I hope you vote for me. Thank you. Well, in my opening statement, I can bring to the table some knowledge that I've had in several of the boards that I've worked on and continuing to work on, and fresh eyes on the way things go, and not get stuck in the same old rut. I think I can divert us away from that and maybe improve a little bit. It depends on what context you're talking about. The town services of the town hall, I think they got a great website. You can get on that. Hopefully we'll be opening up again soon, and you'll be able to just knock on the door, walk right in, or whatever it is. The police department and fire department are hardworking people. Even the Department of Public Works in town with Dave at the wheel, I think they do a great job of what they have. Can any of them all do more? If you're talking about, I mean, I know with the DPW, they actually take in bulk waste. Maybe they can increase that for our citizens a little bit more than a couple times a year. And what they do is a fantastic job. If you've ever been there dropping stuff off, they're in and out with you really quick. So. I think their computer systems, everything is up. I mean, if you ever gone onto the website, I think that it's great, and you can get in and do what you want, and the response time, in my opinion, is pretty good. High school definitely needs some upgrading. It's the same as when I got there. I don't think there's too many changes except moving some lockers around. some of the maintenance that they need and make it better for the next 25 years, we need to, in the COVID times, the air system has got to increase. So replacing the HVAC system is probably a must to make it a healthy building. The airflow isn't there right now. The heat's on, and the airflow, they're leaving the windows open so they can get the airflow right now. Not a good idea. It's going to cost us money with the heating bills down the line. If we replace it, that's one of the most important things. I know the bathrooms in that building need replacing. And down the road, I was thinking maybe if they could wire the whole building so the teachers and the students all have access, so they can work on the computers, so they can get their work done and access to more information a lot quicker, back to my days when you had to go to the library and look everything up. Well, a couple of the ones that are coming off, and the biggest issues for Granby right now are the soon-to-be vacancies of the police and fire chief. There's, I know Chief Wishards let everybody know that he'll be done in July. I come from a police and law enforcement background, so I think when we do a search, and I think they're in the process of it right now, so I might not be on the board at the time, but it's I can put my input in on that and how to hire a police chief. In the fire chief, it's an issue that we're going to have to address on the town meeting on what happened there, and I believe that will be on the warrant when we come in the town meeting in May to deal with that. Oh, the town halls. I think that's something that needs to be. We got 2 town halls right now, and I'd like to make them into one in a building that everybody knows has been vacated, and we need to look at it a little further, and that's the next capital improvement thing I think we should deal with is the West Street School. Can it be rehabbed? If it can't, we need to tear it down and rebuild a new town hall there. I believe Granby is healthy. Successful it's a matter, whatever you think healthy is. Is in life, everything needs improvement, and I think the town could use some improvement in some of the ways. I've already talked about it, but we could, we tend to do a Band-Aid approach to things here, because with this when we have town meetings and we need, the high school, to repair the high school is going to cost a lot of money. To fix up West Street School is going to take a lot of money. And we tend to use up, not all, but most of our reserve money for capital improvements. And I would like to see more money go into the reserve so we can pay for these capital improvements without raising our taxes up much. And that's just one of the ways we can do it, is to just be a little more conservative on that and put money aside for later on. I think I've addressed some of the capital improvements. I'd like to see West Street. I'd hate to see that building torn down. Obviously, there's parts of it that have to be for safety issues, but I'd love to see it rehabbed. And we can move our senior center right into there. and we could have all our town offices and officers all in one, instead of renting out one of the buildings here in town for some of our office, the town clerk, for example, and the other, the council on aging building down in Five Corners. If we fix up West Street, we can move everybody into there, stop paying rent, and we could sell that property. It's right on the main drag. It could be a great retail store, or stores, plural, for somebody down the line. Capital improvements there. We need to get, if we want more business come, we need to get a water line in here. There's no restaurants, none of those big businesses that can come into town will do it without access to water. It's key. I think that you got to make, as a select board or select person myself, I think you need to make yourself available to people. So I would make myself available with the emails. They'll have my phone numbers. If I'm around, they can come and talk to me. I'm willing to talk to anybody and accept any ideas to help our town. How would I envision? In 5 years, I would love to see the West Street School fixed up, the town halls moved into there. That would be one way. There's the high school needs to be dealt with. There's the maintenance on the road, but I think that all that stuff is an ongoing project with whether it's the roads. The highway department has their schedule of what roads need to be fixed first and go from there. And it's expensive. You can't do all the roads and make them all smooth and even every year. It's more money, and it's more money than I want to pay in taxes, and I'm sure it's more money than anybody else wants to pay in taxes. It's very simple. Money comes in, money goes out, and we need to keep it within our means. It's like you do with your house. If you got bills you got to pay, and you take your paycheck and you divide it up that. And the town, we get taxes come in. If there's anything extra, we could put it aside and work on a project, help us not pay any more in taxes than we have to. I think we have to be fluid when we talk about our zoning. I think 202 is very busy. It's a great place for a business to move into. There's several acres around here that aren't developed. I don't know who owns them, but to do the zoning up there, I'm not opposed to it, changing it, making it a business, but it's, from what I read on it, it sounded like it's for professional buildings. But I can't believe all the rumors that are going out there, what they're talking about. But the main thing, if it changes to that, doesn't guarantee you're going to get flooded and turned into a major, like Route 9 in Hadley, for example. I don't think you'll ever see Granby like that. If somebody wants to go in with a business in there, you got to take care of the residents that are there you got to make it so their quiet enjoyment of their house is not disturbed. And I think the planning board will deal with that, the zoning board will deal with all that stuff. And that's it. It's not a bad thing. The tax rate's the same whether you're a business or whether you're a resident. So I think it's an important thing to get in there and make it fluid. If it needs to be changed, and put a couple businesses in there with circumstances attached to it so they don't ruin the residents that are there, so they can have their quiet enjoyment and not have to worry about it. There's going to be traffic issue, but that will be up to the planning board and zoning board of how to deal with that. I personally think that we should go back to, I don't think we need to transition it, but change it. But I think we need to do it slowly and safely, follow the science, and follow what the governor's issue, open up this, and not eliminate the mask mandates until it's safe to do so. I would like to say to everybody out there, it says our town is small, we're a bedroom community, but it's a great town. I lived here my whole life, enjoyed it, still enjoying it. I got my kids here in town. They're going to the schools. I want safe schools. And I worked on the police department. I worked alongside the firefighters. They're great people, and they work hard for what they do. So, in closing, I would say, let's keep it. And people move to town here just so they can have it in a small bedroom community. With the problems with that is, we can't change a lot of stuff. We do not have a lot of money in our coffers, but I think we could improve on that. And that will be one of my goals, is to improve on that so we can set up the capital improvements that we discussed and not raise our taxes up. Thank you very much, and I please vote, and please vote for me. Thank you.